Hi friends, MD Vegan. I'm making guacamole today. That's a Mexican dish. It's like a cream with avocados and many other ingredients. And it's one of my favorites. And once I was in California, I worked as a chef there. That was lucky. They invited me. It was so much fun. I cooked for everybody. And then I came, a Mexican woman came there. There was a house where many people came in and out. I was the chef, and so I had so many people. I always made food for them. And then there was one lady from Mexico. She told me how to make a real guacamole from her home. She gave me all these tips, and I made a guacamole. We made it together with many people with a huge amount of ingredients. She said, that is, yeah, you can put everything in there. At home, here, I made a guacamole. It's very simple, just avocados, limes, and salt. Then you have already guacamole. You can make it very easy. But today I make a little bit more. You can watch my video with this. I have some different kinds of guacamole. Today I make a little bit more fancy one. And of course, I mean, you don't make that every day because it takes some time. We have 11 ingredients today. I counted, and my method requires me counting ingredients. Yeah, it sounds a little bit silly, but it makes sense. It is a systematic approach to making new recipes every day. You have a rule, a very strict rule to me. I can interpret the rule a little bit, but it's strict by itself. And that rule makes it easier to me to make decisions. You know, some decisions have already been made. What number of ingredients is allowed? That's one decision I do not need to make. So if I have one ingredient too little, so 2 ingredients, I have to find a third one. It's very simple. Yeah? So I don't need to think about that. I know the number. And that's not little. That's a big relief. You can say, you can argue it takes my creativity away. Where's your spontaneity? No, that's not true. I mean, you have so much creativity, but I need to focus that, to put it in a certain direction. Then I get there. Yeah. Otherwise, creativity is like, you know, something like a water that you want to catch in your hands. It will run through your fingers. You have to have a firm bowl to catch the water. That's with the mind the same. The mind has to be highly focused, laser focused, and a systematic approach means that focus on one point. The method, the method is take 3. That's half the numbers. That is my focus. That makes it easier over time. Maybe not in one dish. When I make one dish only with that rule, that is difficult. I don't know why I use that rule, but if you do it every day, then you get going. You keep going with that rule. That makes me keep going. It's very easy. It's very easy to understand. It's in many aspects of life the same idea. Focus and stay on it. And that's what I do. That's a short excursion about the method, why I have 11 ingredients, why I count them. So, but there are 11, and each ingredient here, guacamole, requires I cut it very finely. That's a lot of work. That's why I don't make it every day. But it is basically, it is an easy dish. You have a bowl, yeah, and you have the avocados. Then you gotta make guacamole. Here I have a lot of avocados here, 2 cups. You know, they are beautiful. I bought some avocados. They were very inexpensive and very hard, not ripe yet. So put them in a bag on my counter and wait. And after some time, they turn soft, one after the other, ideally. And then now I can have some of I waited now until now I have some of them ripe. I can use them. It's perfect meal, perfect dish for avocados. The guacamole, it's really amazing. And you can put so many things in it. It's not just fatty avocado. It's a very healthy fat, but you can put onions in there, tomatoes, olives, cilantro, you know, chili peppers, lemon juice. So many things that make it really light. I show you. So avocados are here. See, it's my avocados here. Bunch of avocados. You can't take too many really, but I found that you should have more avocados than the other ingredients, because when you have too little avocado, it's more tomato salad or something. Yeah, it should be mainly avocados, so that is important. So I guess that might be enough. I'll try. But before I put the other ingredients in, I have to mash the avocados. I have a masher for potatoes usually, but it's very nice avocados because once I put the other ingredients in, I cannot mash the avocados anymore without mashing the other ingredients too. But the ingredients that needs to be mashed most are the avocados, and they are the softest almost. So I have to do that first, otherwise it will not work. I made that mistake before. You should really put the avocados first and then mash them. They should not be in a blender or in a food processor. No, avocado as I know it, but you can make all kinds of avocado, but I want to make an avocado with a little bit more structure, more pieces of avocado, not very smooth, not like a smoothie. But that is up to you basically. I guess there are all kinds of avocado. I think every Mexican family has their own recipe, I guess. It's very nice. So here I mash it so that I can put the other ingredients in, and then I will combine everything. That's the easiest step. Mashing the avocado is the first step, always. I show you. Here, that's mashed avocado. It's not too smooth. And then I put some lemon juice in there. I put a lime juice, that's a lime, one lime. I put it in there. It shouldn't be too much. So I begin with maybe half or two-thirds. And I put salt in there. Here, Himalayan salt, cayenne pepper, and garlic. 2 or 3 cloves garlic. I put the garlic on a cutting board, small pieces, put a bit of salt on top, and the crystals from the salt, and then I mash it with a fork. Then the salt crystals will destroy the small avocado garlic pieces, so that is a nice way to do it. And then you have this mess of garlic, a little bit of lemon. So that goes in there, and it's good because I can quickly put it into the guacamole, the avocado. That's what I want to season. The other ingredients, they come on top of it. For example, the chili. I have 1 chili pepper here. I took the seeds out and cut it into very small pieces. And that would make so much work. You have to really cut everything in small pieces because you don't want to blend it. You want to have it already small and just toss it, lift it under the guacamole and the avocado without making a mess. The ingredients should be small but not mashed. And same here. I have a red onion. That's 1 red onion, and you see it's just 1 onion, not too big. And you chop it and mince it. It gets really a large quantity. That goes in there too. Really, onion and avocado is nice together. And I have some olives here. Some black olives, not too many. Also, chop up the olives. Not too many, they are salty, of course. And tomato, there's also a trick with the tomatoes. You have to seed the tomatoes, that's important. So I halve the tomato, quarter it, and with a spoon or a knife, take out the juice from the tomato with the seeds. Then I only have the peel from the tomato, not the thick peel, flesh. I cut it into stripes, and then I have these small pieces. Because otherwise you have too much of liquid in the guacamole. That's not good. Tomatoes are wonderful with avocado, but when the tomatoes are too runny, too juicy, then you have it a little bit too liquid here. It should be guacamole should be not too runny. That's why I do that to the tomato. That all the lady told me that. I didn't know by myself. And here cilantro. It's a big bunch of cilantro. Chopped it up into also here small pieces, not too small, but small enough. And that's a perfect seasoning for Mexicans, they say, for their guacamole. If you want another green spice, a green herb, do it. And the last one here, she told me that too. I wouldn't have found out, I think, by myself, is pine nuts. You can put pine nuts in the guacamole. So I put them on the cutting board. They are so soft, these pine nuts. They have a wonderful flavor. And that's what you want to do with the guacamole. Guacamole the avocado is a fatty fruit, and it makes really, it takes a lot of flavors, takes it on. It can be a canvas for so many flavors. Fat carries flavor, aroma, and this wonderful flavor of these pine nuts, they taste really like a pine tree. They have this wonderful, intense, very, very gentle flavor. Not gentle, but very subtle, I would say. Yeah. Like an etheric oil. Very pleasant. A lot of fat, of course, in these soft nuts. I just cut them shortly, not too fine, just to give them a little bit another shape, smaller pieces. I don't want to have the whole pine nuts in there. Yeah. And now I put it also into my guacamole. And that's all. Yeah. Now I have here all the ingredients. Does that look like a guacamole yet? I don't think so. It's very fascinating how the Mexicans, I don't know, right? This lady told me how to do that. And she was obviously had the family and everything. And definitely she knows what a guacamole is. And my mom shows me a recipe. She's also a mom with many children and grandchildren and everything. When she tells me a recipe, that is certainly a very common thing. Then when she does that, that's usually what they all do. That all the women in Germany then do that, or many. So this way or the other, they all have, of course, their specifics. So now I have to combine everything evenly, and it's really different than just a guacamole with only avocados or so. Yeah, there's so many ingredients in there. It's very interesting. I like it a lot. I will taste it now, and then I see if I have to put more lime juice. I have some more left, but I don't think so, because all the flavors here, they are very strong, and I don't think it needs to be overloaded, especially with the sour limes. The limes should not taste too strong, that I found. So be careful with the lime juice. That's not something I would recommend to do too much. So I have to be careful a little bit, just half or 3/4 of a lime juice. But let's taste it. I'm now very curious. Mm. 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 Wow. Well, it's such a complex dish, so many ingredients. The flavor really rolls through the mouth. It opens like a blossom. When you have it, that's very nice. Well, I put the small amount of. Put the rest in there. I can't do that. It's okay. It's very nice. Oops. Used it already. Wonderful. So easy. Now I'll show you. I have here, this is my guacamole. Now, and I can eat it in many different ways. It's a whole meal, really. It's all in there. I have just here, I have some corn crackers, corn chips, and some cucumbers, slices, and that's how I can eat it. I'll show you a cucumber. Put the cucumber in there. Oops, like this. Wonderful way to do guacamole, or I'll show you one with my favorite corn chips also in there. Oops. Wonderful. Whatever you want. A bell pepper. It's a wonderful veggie chip. Cutting up a bell pepper, and spooning it out. Very nice. Whatever you like. So many ways. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. I greatly enjoyed to make this guacamole again. And you see, many ingredients in there, a lot of other stuff, not just avocados. The specialty of this recipe. It's not so heavy when you have not so much fat. It's super delicious and refreshing, energizing, and the flavor really, so manifold and nicely tuned all together. Wonderful ingredient, wonderful pairings. But you can go on. You can put carrots, bell pepper in there, small chopped, or almonds. You put all the almonds in there. So many ways you can make a difference there. Okay, again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you like my videos, subscribe, MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Oh, if you want to know how to make a corn chip, I have a link where I show you how to make a corn chip under this video. See you soon.